Yeah, that's right. I'm yapping about Piotr Szczerek again today. The Polish CEO multimillionaire whose name sounds like a Sith Lord.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you love reaction content, hit the subscribe button. I gotta tell you, man, this is a great story that freaking MoistCritikaL is bringing back to life with Piotr, that jerk. So stick around, hit that like. Let's see if we can get one like.
Piotr has spawned global outrage after this clip has just gone insano style. Pretty much anyone with eyeballs on the planet has now seen this, but just in case you've somehow missed it, I'll post the replay for you here on the Jumbotron.
Here it is. Look what this guy does. Dude, what? How do you do that? Like, how do you do that to a kid? And then I love how he hands the marker to the kid. Like, for real?
Piotr is the scrawny, slimy worm beast man creature that stole that hat from
A worm beast man creature, like man, bear, pig. Everybody comment man, bear, pig.
in the hands of the child next to him. A tennis player named Majuzak was giving that hat to the kid. He is a fan of his, so he was giving him the hat after celebrating a victory, and Piotr comes in there and just fucking gets his grubby paws on it and snatches it right out of the kid's hands.
Right.
And you can even hear the child say, "No, what are you doing?" Just a big mess here, disgusting behavior on display from Piotr. This act of greed earned him the ire of pretty much everyone with a soul on this planet. He just blatantly steals that hat from the kid. And then
I mean, it's just like, as an actual adult, what is running through your mind by doing that to a kid? You know, just that could ruin everything for him.
and ignores the kid, who is like yelling to try and like get his attention to give it back, but it's falling on deaf ears because Piotr's already plugged his ears to it. The story does ultimately have a happy ending though, because this was so big, Majuzak heard about it and then gave that kid another hat as well as an autograph, took a picture with him, so the kid
So, okay, the kid did make out like a bandit, but still sucks about what happened, especially it being televised.
ultimately did get to meet like his favorite tennis player and all of that, and Piotr and his reputation went straight down the shitter, just as it deserved to.
Right.
Now, in the midst of the chaos of this story, there were multiple statements that were given, allegedly from Piotr himself, also apparently one from his wife, and then also one from a law firm that represents him, and then another from a lawyer that represents him. All of this, turns out, was just a bunch of dirty barnacles. In the video I made covering this, I said that I highly doubted any of it was legitimate. It seems to be a common trend that whenever there is a big story like this that blows up, there are a bunch of people that scramble to post a bunch of like fake, fraudulent information in regards to it and present it as authentic in order to get like engagement and clicks to make money off of it. In this case,
But that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, people are always going to jump on something like that to try and capitalize. It's what people do. Like the news.
they were pretending to be Piotr, pretending to be a law firm, and like threatening to sue anyone that shot spitballs at him and shit. And it was all phony baloney nonsense. Today, though, he has given an actual official statement here. So now we have straight from his filthy lips directly into my asshole.
Oh my
his
God.
stance on everything that unfolded. This was posted on his company's website. Due to the situation that occurred during Kamil Majuzak's match at the U.S. Open, I would like to offer my sincere apology to the injured boy, his family, all the
The injured boy. I didn't realize the kid was injured. Did you know about that?
fans and the player himself. Now, worth noting, this is translated. I think there is some mistranslations here. Calling the child injured, I don't know if he meant like in a metaphorical sense, like, you know, this kid was really excited to get this gift and I took it from him, thus causing like a psychological injury.
Okay.
Or if he really thought that he ripped the hat so hard from this boy's hands that he like broke his fingers or some shit. So I do think there is a chance that there's a little confusion here with...
See, okay, so he literally just answered my question. So, yeah, I think it was literally just a translation error? Because there didn't really seem like there was any type of physical injury to the kid.
Correct translations maybe not being entirely accurate. But I would like to mention something that is entirely accurate, is that hygiene is extremely important and you need to take it far more seriously, which is why you should be getting our soap, Cheeky. Our soap at usecheeky.com is the best soap you'll ever find, and right now for Labor Day we're doing a big sale where it's 20% off the entire store, baby. So go wild, now's the perfect time to get the best soap in the world. Highly moisturizing, and it smells amazing.
Soap. Critical, you're selling soap. That is different. That is different. If I had a few bucks, I'd probably get some soap from Critical.
Now back to Piotr. I made a grave mistake. In the midst of my emotions, amidst the crowd's celebration after my victory, I believed the tennis player was handing this cap to me
No.
and my sons who had previously asked for autographs.
No, bull
Again,
crap.
I think
Bull crap. Okay, that is bull. Because he knows damn well he took it out of the hands of a kid who was not his family. Bullshit.
there is wiggle room for a mistranslation. I cannot imagine he actually said amidst the crowd's celebration after my victory.
Wow.
After I won my tennis match, Macherzak was coming over to congratulate me with his hat. I feel like it's supposed to be after his victory, or maybe after the victory in general, or after like the conclusion of the match. I cannot imagine Piotr said after my victory. Can you just imagine that level
Wow.
of delusion, to be so obsessed with yourself?
Wow.
Well, everyone here was clearly showing up because they wanted to see Piotr in the stands. They wanted to take a glimpse of me in the spectators area.
Right.
And all the tennis players, well, they're performing for my amusement, my entertainment, so really it is my victory at the end of the day.
It literally makes no sense at all.
It's fucking unhinged. I cannot imagine that's what he was actually trying to express there. But anyway, this mistaken belief caused me to instinctively reach out. Today I know I did something that seemed like deliberately taking a souvenir from a child.
Literally.
It wasn't my intention, but that doesn't change the fact that I hurt the boy and disappointed the fans. The cap was given to the boy and an apology to the family. I hope I have at least partially repaired the harm. I also want to make it clear, neither I, my wife, nor my sons commented on this situation on social media or on any website. We did not use the services of any law firm in this regard. All alleged statements appearing online are not ours.
So this is exactly what Charlie was just saying earlier in the video about how it was all fabricated from just trolls on the internet or just people looking to capitalize on the situation. So that confirms it. And if you're still watching, guys, hit that like. Let's see if we can get one like and one comment. And if you're new here, one subscriber. Very grateful for you. Thank you for subscribing.
Unsurprisingly, he's trying the confusion approach here. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought the hat was intended for these meaty claws right here.
Let's see it again.
I thought the hat was intended for these meaty
claws.
claws right
Everyone comment, these meaty claws. Seriously, if you're watching, comment it.
here. I didn't realize he was giving it to the kid next to me. Whoops, I feel so silly and so bad about the mix-up here, which I think everyone could have predicted was coming, but we have very clear video footage that shows it wasn't some innocent mix-up. He literally rips it from the kid's hands,
Right.
And the kid even says, "No, what are you doing?" and even tries to get his attention multiple times,
Right.
but gets ignored by Piotr. If
Right.
it was some kind of honest mistake, I imagine a sensible human being would hear that and see the response from the kid and be like, "Oh, I messed up. This was meant for you. I'm sorry." And you also would imagine that if you...
Right. That's what any normal adult would do and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go." Not take it and not even acknowledge the kid. He's literally looking in the other direction.
thought the hat was made for him, why did he have to rip it from someone else's hands?
Right.
Like, was he not confused on, like, the resistance? Like, why is this kid trying to take my hat? Like, surely, at some point, he would have thought about what just happened here and recognized, like, oh, this wasn't intended for me. But that's clearly not what happened. He knew this was meant for the kid. He rips it from the kid's hands. He robs the kid of that hat that Macherzak was gifting to him.
Right.
And then he puts it in his bag because he was very greedy. And now that everyone's really upset and they caught him red-handed here, hand in the fucking cookie jar, he's trying this excuse of, oh, I just didn't know. And now I feel really bad about it. Man, all this egg on my face, am I right? Jeez, whoops-a-daisy.
All this egg on my face. Jeez, whoops-a-daisy.
I can't imagine anyone will read that and think that he is being honest, because we can clearly see in the video the real story.
Of
so
course.
I don't think that excuse flies. He is directly addressing all of the fake statements that were popping up like weeds. And I've already seen people dismiss this as him trying to cover his own ass because the statements weren't received well. I am no Piotr fan, I think that much is clear. I'm not exactly a big enthusiast for this piece of shit. But if you read those statements with any level of, like, critical thinking skills, you should notice that there is a lot wrong with it, especially his wife's statement. His wife's statement reads like someone fucking ran the script of Food Fight through Babelfish 5 different times and then puked out some incomprehensible gobbledygook. Like, it is nearly incoherent.
Can anyone spell gobbledygook? Because I remember seeing that statement and having that same reaction as Charlie, like, what did I just read? Are we all now dumber after reading it? Billy Madison.
Like, these statements that apparently came from him and his lawyers and his wife, they are just nonsensical, and there is no evidence to suggest it actually comes from them. They are just completely unverified, random comments, random posts on a random forum that people took screenshots of and circulated on Twitter and parading around like it was really from Piotr and people associated with him, with nothing to suggest that was the case. But now that he's saying, like, we never made a statement or anything, people are like, oh, you're lying. Oh, you're super lying. Now I know all of those statements from the previous days. Those are real. Those are real, and you're trying to hide that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's unhinged.
Do you think people are actually believing this?
Piotr is a piece of shit. This guy is a turbo douchebag asshole, 100%. But I do believe him that they didn't make any of those statements. I'm very confident this is the first peep out of his mouth, and everyone associated with him has probably stayed very tight-lipped on it as well. Those statements, again, have no evidence to suggest they ever came from him or anyone even close to him. Just random fucking posts that people are attributing to Piotr and his wife and shit. Now, going back to his statement to finish it off, for years, my wife and I have been involved in helping children and young athletes, but this situation has shown me that one moment of inattention can undo years of work and support. This is a painful but necessary lesson in humility. Therefore, I will be even more actively involved in initiatives supporting children and young people in actions against violence and hate. I believe that only through actions can I rebuild the trust I have lost.
But this is this is just such like a canned response. It's super professional. I'm sure he had 75 lawyers read it over before they, posted it or whatever. But it's like, come on. It's like, you know exactly what you did. Just admit to it and be like, you know what? I really like, I really like this tennis player. I wanted the hat, period. And I was willing to do anything to do it and to get it. I feel like everyone would have more respect for him if he just acknowledged his douchiness. Does that make sense?
I apologize once again to everyone I have disappointed. Sincerely, Piotr Szczerek. He continues to fall on that crutch of, like, inattention is what he calls it, that he just wasn't paying enough attention. It led to all of this. But again, you can clearly see it's not inattention. He is laser focused on getting that fucking hat.
Right.
It's greed. Is what it is.
Greed.
So people can see through the dishonesty in this statement. It's not being received overly well. It feels like he saw what was happening to his business and his reputation.
Yep.
And in a desperate attempt to try and save it,
yep,
he put out this statement.
Yep.
And it's fallen flat on its fucking face. Now, obviously, I don't know a lot about Piotr outside of everything that happened here. He claims that he spent years helping children and young athletes. I don't know if that's true or not, if he is like a stand-up guy in the community who for years has helped kids and young athletes. I find that a little hard to believe because someone like that would never exhibit a quality like what was displayed from this.
That's exactly what I was thinking. This is like on those Predator shows, right? When the Predator gets caught and they say how sorry they am, they're not sorry about what they were doing. They were sorry that they got caught and now they're in trouble. That's the same thing that's happening here with Piotr.
clip stealing that hat. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
Like, I imagine maybe like some neighborhood kids kicked a soccer ball over on his fence and he threw it over instead of popping it, and he considered himself a saint. That's probably what he imagines.
He kicked the soccer ball and he gave it back.
Helping kids and young athletes is not popping a ball that flies over his fence.
Right.
I cannot imagine this actually being like a legitimately good guy who does like a lot of good for kids and young athletes, because someone like that would not be stealing a hat from a child. Like, full stop. Anyway, though, this is the actual official response from Piotr, so I wanted to cover it. That's really...
So, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Tell me who you want me to react to next. And of course, go show Charlie's channel some love. Leave him a comment. Subscribe to him. Tell him that we sent you. All right? And till next time, keep suggesting those videos. We'll keep reacting. And if nobody has said it to you yet today, you are awesome and you are worth it. Comment, like, subscribe, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.